I had the opportunity this week to film the makeup while I was on a photo shoot, and the brief for this was natural beauty, and we had a beautiful model from Italy called Marta, and we were shooting with Marta and Higgs. After cleansing the model's skin, I'm just applying an E45 moisturising lotion. Being as it's natural beauty, we want to make the skin as nice and soft and supple looking as possible. Once that's soaked in for sort of 5 minutes, then you can prime and start your foundation. I'm using a Bobbi Brown foundation and I'm just testing it against Marta's skin tone, and as you can see it blends in perfectly. I've chosen to use a damp latex sponge to apply the foundation. By using a stipple motion, you get a nice airbrushed finish to the face. It's really flawless. Usually for a flawless look I would use my airbrush makeup, but I want a dewy finish to this to look really young and fresh, so that's why I've chosen to use a liquid foundation. This particular foundation is a medium coverage as I still want to be able to see the skin through it. And as usual I've taken it all over the face, around the nose, and also taken it down the neck and across the eyelids. I've also brushed a little over the ears as they're going to be on show, and being as this is a photo shoot, everything needs to match. For the areas that need a little bit more coverage, you can stipple more foundation over the top, or what I'm doing is choosing to use a concealer. I'm using a Kryolan one on a Kryolan brush as well, and I'm just taking it underneath the eye and then using that damp sponge that I used earlier with the foundation just to blend it in, again using a stipple motion and not dragging it. A little tip to preventing concealer from creasing under the eyes is to blot it with some tissue paper. I'm not going to be doing that as I'm going to be on hand to keep it nice and smooth during the photo shoot. Marta's got really nice skin, so I've only needed to take that little bit around the nose just to get rid of any redness, and I'm just taking out the redness of any blemishes. On top of any red blemishes you can put a little bit of green concealer as this will counteract out the red, so it won't be as visible. Now I'm setting the foundation. I'm mainly taking it down the centre of the face. The one I'm using is from M&S, it's just a loose powder. Before using the powder over the concealer I'm just using my fingers just to wipe away any creases and then setting it, and the same on top because the heat from the body makes the concealer crease. Just be sure to use the powder really lightly all over the face as you don't want it to look powdery and sit on all the little hairs. As you can see, Marta's got great shaped brows to work with. It's just a case of filling them in so they look nice and full and defined. So I'm combing them upwards, and then I'm using a dark shade from my Anastasia brow palette. I've chosen to use powder as opposed to pencil because Marta's already got great shape. I'm just flicking some hairlines through it. If I wanted a block colour then I would have used a pencil. I'm only flicking the colour through at the front, and then I'm concentrating more so on the base of the brow towards the outer edge and the top half of the brow towards the outer edge. In doing this you're creating a really nice arch and then just extending the last third of the brow downwards and then keeping the front of the brow as natural as possible. It's important just to comb through your brows after and just soften everything. Here I'm just going over that outer edge just to get a nice strong line and just extending it a little bit further than the natural hairs. A little tip to getting a really nice strong brow look, to make it look clean and fresh, is to add some concealer to the brow. You want to do it above and below the hairline, and this will clean up and make the skin look really fresh. It helps to brighten up the eye area and make the brows quite a focal point. In photographic it's important to put a lot of colour into the face as strong lighting drains the colour from your natural skin tone. So even though we're going for a natural look, I still need to emphasise the crease in the socket because obviously I want the face to have structure still. So I'm applying a soft brown through the socket and then I'm just using a fluffy brush to blend it. Blend away, apply again and then blend away. With a natural look it's not ideal to wear clumpy mascara, so a little tip is to apply a nice soft black just to the line, really close to the lash line. And then that way when you apply one coat of mascara you'll get more of a fuller look to the lashes. And then I'm just going to curl the lashes. It's important not to get too close or pull as you curl because you don't want to cause any pain to your model. I'm just using a sample size mascara by Clinique which I give to the model after, so the benefit of using it straight from the tube is that you get a decent mascara wand to apply it with. I start by coating through the top of the lashes, so you drag it through the lashes and then work your way like in a zigzag motion up through the lashes. This way you're coating the top and bottom of your top set. When creating a fresh eye you want to take out any red tones, so I'm using a neutral pencil just on the waterline, and this will take out those pinky tones and give a nice fresh look to the eye. Also, if you've got smaller eyes this is good because it'll give you a wider look. Now the top set have dried I can get my model to look up and I'm applying mascara to the bottom lashes, and I'm only doing one coat on this so they look nice and clump free. Just to give a bit of shape to Marta's cheekbones, I'm using Harmony by MAC. It's a nice sort of soft brown blush, and I'm just working that on a tapered brush. I'm using a mix of long strokes and circular motions just to get a nice gradient on that blush. And on a smaller one, I'm just taking that also down the nose. By doing this, you're just giving the nose a slimmer appearance. I'm just adding a highlighter by Benefit across the top of the cheekbones and across the cupid's bow and down the centre of the nose, and a little bit on the top of the brows. Now I'm just using a clear brow gel by Anastasia. This will just keep the hairs in place and stop them moving during the photo shoot. You can get clear ones and you can get coloured ones. In keeping with the natural theme, we're going to just line the lips with a nude colour. This is Stone by MAC. I say every time in every tutorial, but make sure you take the pencil right to the corners of the mouth. I'm applying a little bit of Hue lipstick by MAC. This would normally be a little bit light for Marta's skin tone, but I'm just blending it in with my finger just so you just get a nice sheer wash over the lips. The same rule applies as it does with the pencil. Make sure you take it right into the corners, and if your model's got any deep lines in the lips, just really work it into them. I'm just adding another highlighter. This one's by Anastasia and it's a creamier consistency, so it gives a more dewy finish. And that's the look completed. I hope you enjoyed it. Bye!